Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So the FIFA season is here and 2022 FIFA World Cup is being played at Qatar. So 32 countries playing for just one dream, that is to live the FIFA World Cup on the 18th of December 2022. So the opening game of the FIFA World Cup 2022 was played between Qatar and Ecuador. So Qatar gave a really good fight, but then Ecuador was too heavy for them and they defeated Qatar 2-0 in the opening game of this year's FIFA World Cup. So this year's FIFA World Cup, we had a lot of heartbreaks, lot of things which went upside down and lot of unanticipated results after the end of the first game of the group matches. So let's recap what happened at the end of the first game for each of the 32 countries. So after Ecuador won the opening game of the FIFA World Cup 2022 against Qatar, the second game was played between England and Iran. And England were really heavy for Iran as they defeated Iran 6 goals to 2 goals against Iran. I mean, that was a really heavy thrashing against Iran. And then the second group game of Group A was played between Senegal and Netherlands, and Netherlands easily defeated Senegal in the first game of their group match, and that is 2-0. And the second group game of Group B was played between Wales and United States of America. And yes, it was really a tough fight between both the nations, and eventually USA and Wales had to settle for a draw 1-1. But the most interesting match of the first round, of the first games of the first round, was rather in Group C when Argentina took on Saudi Arabia. Everyone's favorite was Argentina. I mean, 99 out of 100 would have been supporting for Argentina, and Argentina were on course of victory. They were 1-0 up during the halftime with a penalty by Lionel Messi, but there were a lot of offsides for Argentina. But after the halftime, Saudi Arabia came back strongly, and that was the biggest upset till now. They scored 2 goals after this halftime, and yes, it was really a very big upset in the Group C first game as Saudi Arabia defeated Argentina 2-1. Whereas on the other hand, Mexico took on Poland, and that was a dull draw as both the teams had to settle for 0-0 draw at the end of the full time. And then on Group D, Denmark took on Tunisia, and that match was also a really tough fight because Tunisia really gave a tough fight to Denmark, and that match ended in a draw 0-0. And then the next game, defending champions France took on Australia, and yes, the champions played like a champion team as France defeated Australia in their first game 4 goals to 1 goal. And after that, so Morocco was taking on Croatia, the runners-up of last year's FIFA World Cup, and that match was really going great as Morocco gave a tough fight to Croatia, and eventually the match had to be settled for a 0-0 draw. But then the most interesting match once again was by Japan and Germany. I mean, everyone's favorite, even my favorite was also Germany, but then to everyone's surprise, Japan defeated Germany 2-1. I mean, that was another upset after Saudi Arabia had defeated Argentina the day before. And then Spain, on the other hand, they gave a complete domination over Costa Rica as Spain had scored 7 goals against Costa Rica, but unfortunately Costa Rica could not even open their account, and so the match had ended 7-0 to Spain. And after that, the next game was for Belgium against Canada, and Belgium played really well against Canada. So eventually, Belgium had won the first game 1-0. Switzerland was taking on Cameroon, and Switzerland, they were expected to win this game, and so eventually Switzerland won this game 1-0 against Cameroon. And then Portugal was taking on Ghana, so Cristiano Ronaldo, he got a penalty and he scored in that very first opportunity. But then Ghana came back and the scores were level 1-1. But after that, Portugal were too heavy and eventually they won the game 3-2 goals against Ghana. And so Uruguay was taking on South Korea, and that match South Korea really gave a tough fight to Uruguay, and eventually the match had to end in a dull draw 0-0. And then everyone's favorite Brazil were taking on Serbia, and as expected, Brazil had won the opening encounter 2-0 against Serbia. So as we come to the end of the first match of all the countries, 32 countries had played their first games, let's take a look at the points table at where all the teams stand after the end of the first match of the group stages. So now as the teams move on to their second games of this group stage of this FIFA World Cup 2022, things will be getting interesting and it will be heating up, because Argentina and Germany, the expected teams to win the first games, they lost their first encounters and they have to come back strongly in the second games. Whereas Spain, on the other hand, they have a very big advantage, scoring 7 goals, England scoring 6 goals. So a lot of things will be happening in the second games of each country. So I'll be bringing all the updates of the FIFA World Cup 2022. So stay tuned to my channel and do not forget to subscribe if you are into this for the first time. Goodbye for now.